Here's something we probably all know. Good audio is really important, whether you're recording YouTube videos or podcasts or marketing content for your business or interviews, or maybe having lots of video call meetings, or maybe you just want to remember your latest family vacation really well. Recording high quality audio, it makes all the difference in the world. We know that. Without high quality audio, even the best looking content ends up coming across pretty poor. So that's why I've been testing a bunch of microphones on this channel. We've looked at just a whole load now. And so I'll leave a link to that playlist down below in the description and up above here on the card. But today we are taking a look at the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. Is it worth buying in 2021? Well, let's find out. So there are a bunch of options in the Rode Videomic series, like the Videomic, the Videomic Me, the Video Micro, the Videomic Pro, and this is the Videomic Pro Plus, which is supposedly the best of the bunch. It's just a small shotgun microphone that connects directly to your camera or portable audio recorder. And if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, you'll probably see that almost everyone seems to have one of these days, especially vloggers. It's super convenient for vloggers or spontaneous shoots. But the question is it actually any good? So as always, we'll run through some quick specs and then we'll get to the important stuff. We'll actually test it. So the Videomic Pro Plus has a frequency range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. It connects to your camera via a 3.5mm cable. It comes with a rechargeable battery, but you can also use AA batteries as well. And one of the really nice things about the Pro Plus is the fact that it automatically turns on and off when the device it's connected to does as well, which means you don't have to worry about trying to remember to turn it off all the time and maybe forgetting, like I almost do pretty much all the time with this kind of stuff. There's a windshield and a shock mount. That's really helpful. It helps with eliminating some of that extra noise. And you also have the option to add 20 dBs or take away 10 dBs of gain as well. Comes with an option to add a high pass filter at 75 or 150 Hertz, but to be honest, I'm not sure why you wouldn't just do that in post. Maybe I'm missing something unless you're like live streaming or something, I guess. Right now, retails for about $300 on Amazon. And really, the biggest differences between the Pro and the Pro Plus, aside from the $80 price difference that is the rechargeable battery. Oh yeah, and the detachable 3.5mm thing and the automatic powering on and off. So there's a few things. I think it makes it worthwhile. So those are the details. The main thing is how it sounds, right? So let's run some tests. Right now, I'm talking into the Shure SM7B. Now you're listening to the Rode NTG2 up here. It's a shotgun mic up here. So with that in mind, let's actually do some tests with this mic. Let's go. Okay, so this is the Panasonic GH5's onboard microphone. We're going to use this as a reference point. This is what it would sound like if you didn't attach the Videomic Pro, you didn't use any external microphones in any way. This is what it would sound like on the GH5 on its own. Now let's test the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. Okay, so this is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. The eagle-eyed among you will notice that I've had a bit of a haircut. I actually recorded all of these tests on a different memory card and somehow lost the memory card. So you'll see that suddenly my hair will magically grow back at the end of this video, which is a bit of a shame, but that's the way it goes. I'm about 2 feet away from my Panasonic GH5. The Rode Videomic Pro Plus is attached with plus 20 dBs of gain, and on the GH5 itself, I've put it to minus 12 dBs. So I've set that in such a way that we get a minimal noise floor from the camera, the minimal hiss from the camera. So this is 2 feet away. I'm not speaking particularly loudly, but the plus 20 dB gain means that if I do speak too loudly at this kind of distance, it's probably going to clip. So that's 2 feet away. Now I'm going to move back to about 5 feet away. So now I am 5 feet away or so from the Panasonic GH5. I'm speaking up a little bit so that you can hear it, but hopefully it's not clipping. We'll see how this sounds pretty soon here. And then I'll move back a bit more. Now I'm going to move back to about 8 feet. Around here, I think, is around 8 feet. This is 8 feet from the Rode Videomic Pro Plus, so you can see that the distance certainly does make a difference. Now, as I move forward, and hopefully I'm staying in focus here, this is you'll see the difference in sound. So 8 feet to 5 feet from the Rode Videomic Pro Plus, all with 20 dBs of gain, and remember, minus 12 dB on the camera itself to minimize that hiss. and now 2 feet away, pretty close. I'm in the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. I should also say that on my Panasonic GH5, I've set a limiter on there. I've actually never done that before, so we'll see what that sounds like in post. This is the Comica V30 Lite. It's a very, very, very budget equivalent of the Videomic Pro Plus. It's somewhere in the region of $50 to $100. I can't remember exactly how much it was. I'll link it. It might even be cheaper. I'll put the price on the screen. I've actually reviewed this microphone before, so you can check that out in the description or in the card above. The main thing is that you get a sense of what it sounds like in comparison to the Videomic Pro Plus. So some important things to mention is that because it doesn't have a dB boost, I can't add 20 dB like I did on the Videomic Pro Plus. I've had to change the gain settings on the GH5 to set them at 0. So the gain is set to 0, and now we're listening to the sound from the Comica V30 Lite. So let's return to the Videomic Pro Plus for one last listen. Okay, and now we're back with the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. This is what it sounds like with no processing, with no audio adjustments whatsoever. But in a second, we're going to add EQ and compression and all that stuff. So now this is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus with a bit of compression, a bit of EQ, some noise reduction and all that stuff. Whatever edits I kind of feel necessary when I listen to it in a minute, but you're getting a sense of what the Rode Videomic Pro Plus can sound like after a little bit of post-production. So there you go, that's the Rode Videomic Pro Plus. So here's the question, what's the verdict? Is the Videomic Pro Plus worth it? I think it's a pretty epic mic actually that's very popular for some very good reasons. You know, it sounds awesome providing you aren't too far away, but to be honest, that's the case with most microphones actually. It's super easy to use. It has a really long battery life in it. It covers a whole bunch of bases, making it extremely versatile. I think the upgrades from the Videomic Pro really do make a difference, but really doesn't matter what I think, does it? I mean, you heard it. What do you think? Do you think it's worth the price point? Would you recommend something better or maybe just something different? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you. I always do my best to reply to every single one of you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that stuff. But other than that, thanks so much for joining me today, wherever you are in the world and whatever it is that you're up to. Have an incredible day. I will see you very soon. Bye.